Hi friends. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a 5-minute face. If you've seen my other videos, you know I've done 5-minute eyes, and I like to do things that are real quick and fast. So I will show you how to do a 5-minute face, whether you're doing full coverage or just partial coverage. So stay tuned. Okay, let's get started. So your face is like a palette, and as a palette or a painter would do, you never see a clear, they don't go straight onto the canvas. They always have to prep the canvas. So it's important to start with a clean palette as in your face. So I do something that I've just started doing the last couple months, and I've totally seen a big improvement in my face, in the texture, in the fine lines, and even in the scarring, because I tend to scar really easily. So it's super fast. I do it twice a day. We'll see how it is when I get a little busier, but I start with a cleanser. Now, you know, I don't sell any of the products I'm showing you, just so you know, but I will put in the description the name of all the products. So I start with a nice gentle moisturizing cleanser, just wash away. After that, I literally use baking soda. But what you want to do is step 2 is exfoliate. You want to get all the dead skin off, and that also helps with that scarring issue. It gets a little bit of that top layer off and smooths out your skin. So some kind of exfoliation, I like to use baking soda. The next thing you do is the toner. Again, lots of toners out there. This one is my favorite. So you just putting on a cotton ball, and that's going to get any excess things that you missed through the cleansing. It's also going to tone up the skin, and depending on what you buy, it will balance out your skin. And then finally, no matter what age you are, you should use a moisturizer. And you know, all of our faces are different. The face I have now is not the face I had when I was 25 and 30 and even 40. So it really just depends on your face. Sometimes I use a separate under eye and a face cream. But again, even if you're 25, even if you're 30, moisturizing, even if you have oily skin, is very, very important. So those are the 4 things I start out with. I've already done that. I'm starting with a canvas. For me personally, I always have circles under my eyes. I've had them forever. It's making it a little harder as I get older, but I take a concealer. Now you should go at least 1 to 2 shades lighter than the concealer that you might use on your face. And what I do is I put it under my eye. Now again, this is going to be a little bit different if you're younger or if you're over 40. Over 40, you want to stick to under the eye. If you're under 40, a lot of times the trend now is to go a little lower, and that is okay. There's reasons for that. I use a brush. Brush seems to do better for me than my finger. I don't know why, but it just does. So under the eye is thinner. It's a lighter skin, and you just want to do some dabbing. Starting out with some dabs. Now, I've already done my eye makeup. This would, of course, I would do before my eye makeup, and then I would be spreading it over to make a clear palette, getting ready for my for my eyeshadow. And then I do just a gentle brush, okay, just like that. And then a little more in this one. And then make sure you go in the corner. At least for me, I get big time shadows in there. And you don't even have to go all the way up to the lash line, especially if you're older. And I'll explain why. Okay, so I did that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Again, my brushes are all cheap. I think the first brush is from some kind of eyeshadow thing I used. But you do want to get a nice flat brush for doing under your eyes. And then I have a blender brush. The blender brush I use, I think this is e.l.f. Yep, it is. It's e.l.f. I do not buy expensive brushes. I do not know the number of this brush, but you just want a nice fluffy brush. e.l.f. has good ones. There's other ones out there too. And look for something that says blender brush. And so what you want to do, especially under the eyes, is you're just going to kind of blend it in. Now, it's especially important for older eyes with the fine lines, because as the day goes on, your eye makeup will settle in those fine lines and make you look older and gross. I'm just saying it like it is, people. Okay, the next step is depending on what you want to do. So again, like I've said previously, I scar easily. They go away eventually, but it can take months. So what I like to do is I like to take a good little concealer, and if I'm just going to the store, I'm just going to do a little dab where I need it. It's always on the cheeks, and different places depending on what I'm doing, just kind of little dabs, little smooth. And then I'm going to my chin has always been my worst my whole life. I do not know why, but it is. So getting a little there. Not looking so great. Maybe a little redness around the nose, especially during this allergies. All right, got that done. Now this is for my everyday. Take my brush again, same brush, and now I'm going to buff it. This is what's going to give you that natural look. I'm going to buff it out, and then I'm going to make sure I go down here. Now, I'm weird right now because my face is really tan and my neck isn't. So no matter what I do, I'm not that concerned, but it is what it is. And then I'm going to make sure I get it in with that eye, with the under eye. So we're kind of blending. Don't forget the forehead, peoples. You're just kind of blending it in. Oh, got hair. Okay, so that's it. Okay, that would be it. And then I'm going to the... Okay, so now... That was just the light makeup for running out, going to the store, or if you don't have any blemishes, scarring, redness, anything you really want to cover. If you want to do a full facial though, after you've done the under eyes, and one of the good things about the under eyes I forgot to mention was that anytime you highlight something, make it lighter, it gives it some lift. So it actually helps your eyes if you have like the circles or the sunken because you're super tired or just the way God made you. The highlighting will help lift it up a little higher, and it gives it a little bit more of a youthful look. But if I'm doing a full face, then I'm going to use my, again, my particular brand. And then I'm going to, again, just kind of dab it on. I'm going to let it warm up to my face. It's good not to take a long time, but just to take a little bit of time to let your things warm up to your face. And then I'm going to give it just a very gentle. I'm very gentle. This is a really good one, actually. And a very gentle, smooth here. And then I'm going to do the same thing. The key to all of it, as you can see, is the buff. Okay. The buffing is, I'm going in a circular motion. I'm always going up, right? Always going up, and then even going up as I'm doing my, going down to the neck. Because one of the worst things in the world is having the line, okay? The line, the foundation line is the worst. And we've all done it. We've all been there. And you're like, oh, I can't believe I have the line. So using this brush, what it is doing is it's taking off, number one, some excess. And then it's also blending it into... So it gives you a more natural look, because ultimately we want to kind of look like we have, you could say flawless, but I don't, because nobody is flawless. Like I have an age spot here and I hate it, but you know what? It also is what it is, and I'm not going to worry about it. I used to like freak out about it, and now I don't, because whatever. It happens. Things happen as you get older, but I'll make it a little lighter if I can, we all have a little bit of vanity in us. So the buffing is really the key to all of this. It gives your face a more natural look, a more this is how I was born look. Some of us, sometimes, in the summer I don't have to even wear foundation. The sun is just that sun kissed and I don't need to. But as the time in the Midwest where I'm at, I'll be getting paler pretty soon. And if I want to add just a little something, or maybe we have some blotchy going on, maybe there's some acne going on, or just even some just regular, breakouts, whatever. The buffing is what is going to help your skin look like this is your skin, which is really what we want. We don't want to go to work or out and have people go, wow, her foundation is really good. No, we want someone to say, wow, her skin is really good, or she looks really nice today. And we want it to look more like a natural self. Even if we put on all the eye makeup, and even if we really updo our blushes, it doesn't matter. The overall skin, we want to look as natural as possible. So depending on where you're at and which step, maybe you don't need any, under eye, but the key to all of it, as you're building, we were just building, just like, again, painters build upon the previous color or the previous texture. We were just building. It all has to be buffed. If you've seen my previous videos and the ones on the eyes, same thing. There's blending always going on. The blending is the most important step. So that's it for today. Stay beautiful, because you are who you are and you're unique you. Love y'all. Bye.